Hey guys, good morning. Do you guys remember the AliExpress potato peeler that I bought? Was in the very beginning of this channel. The potato peeler, aka Merkur Futur. A lot of clones are floating around. They are somewhere between $6 and $8. And we did a shave with this thing. It's like $8. The way it comes apart, it's just the top is held on with these pins that have like a little edge to it. And then here's some springs up in there, and you just push it together and it clips in place. And then the adjustment is done by turning the whole handle and holding onto the head. So this is a clone to a Merkur Futur. And I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it. It came in this nondescript little box. It doesn't even say the brand. Nowadays you can find non-branded versions of this. And also a Q-Shave branded version that's like the more expensive, the premium version for $9. And I remember that it was actually shaveable. I just don't remember if it was any good. And now that I have built up a little bit more experience and you know my procedure here is kind of dialed in, I wonder if this would actually fare a little better than back in the days. So it goes from a little less than 1 to 6. And yeah, it just raises and lowers the close comb. So it's actually pretty cool setup. The head is pretty large. It's also pretty wide. It covers the entire blade. I think we're just going to use it today. I need to get ready and leave the house here pretty soon. We're just going to do a quick 2-pass shave and use a feather blade in it. Let's use a feather blade. This has been used once. A lot of people say that feather blades get better with use. So let's find out if that's true. Alignment here, there are those alignment tabs, multiple 1, 2, 3 actually. And then you just drop your top right on top of it and push it down. There are no, there are no alignment marks. So you don't have to have one side facing the correct direction. It fits either way. The blade alignment for an $8 razor that's fully adjustable and has this, you know, bead blasted matte finish. Actually pretty nice in the hand. I gotta say, this is really crazy for a $9 razor. We'll see if it's any good. Let's not dilly-dally around. Let's just get some pre-shave in my face. I've already filled up my sink and my emesis basin. Yeah, let's put some water on the skin. Using Cremo again, you know. I have this sitting around here. I don't use it for shaving. I mean, as a shave cream. I just use it as a pre-shave these days. I don't want to be wasteful. I don't want to have stuff sitting here that eventually goes bad. So I try to use stuff up. And it actually works really well. I've used it in now a few videos where I use Cremo as a pre-shave. And it works out really well. What else are we going to use? What else are we going to use? Oh, let's use palm olive. I have a few of those. So palm olive, cheap products, right? A cheap razor, a really inexpensive shaving cream, palm olive. Let's use my KIKC synthetic brush, which I really like. That was one of the first brushes that I bought. And it's performing really well. I just got it wet. Just squeeze some palm olive on there. Maybe swirl it around with your finger a little bit so it sticks to your finger and not to the brush. Having fun, having fun. I like it. And then let's just maybe a little bit more water. Ooh. Start lathering here right away. Not messing around. It lathers up really, really well. Very easy, very easy. This is a very beginner-friendly shaving cream. You know, a few people, they think it's not worth it. It's not, you know, it's not good enough because it's not an artisan product. But it's been on the market for decades. Still around. Very easy to use. I bet you can lather that up with your fingers if you want to. and you don't have a brush, you just rub it in your wet face. And I bet it would work. Yeah, look at that. No problem. Lots of lather left in my brush. We already have the Q-shave. Oh no, it's not a Q-shave. The potato peeler preloaded. Get it wet. And let's start shaving. Huh, it shaves. Believe it or not. Okay, so this is setting 0.5. It has a big old bulky head and there's a lot of space for water to go in. So after rinsing it out, you gotta shake it out a little bit or else you're just gonna make a mess. Let's go halfway. Let's go to 3. 3. With a feather. Heiko is shaving with feather blades. Guys, you gotta hold me back. I'm getting too adventurous with this. Stay tuned. There's going to be a video coming out that you all have been anticipating for a long time. This is the feather-equipped potato peeler. And what can I say? It shaves. A $9 adjustable. I wouldn't want to go much higher than 3, that's for sure. It is pretty top heavy. The most of the weight is up here, not in the handle. Talking about weight, let's just put it on here real quick. Ooh, and drop it. 86 grams. That's actually a pretty decent, run of the mill. Lots of razors are like that. 86 grams is not bad. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's do next section. Like I said, if you don't shake it out, you're going to have lots of water coming out of this. It's pretty hollow. Everything here is pretty hollow. I don't know, the handle feels pretty solid. Not bad, not bad. I am surprised. All right, let's wipe this off a little bit. That's already pretty good. I'm going to go down in aggression a little bit. I missed a few here, and I definitely missed something here. All right. Palm olive works out really well. My KIKC brush is really nice. I dipped it into water one more time, just to refresh it, hydrate it. Let's get the soap off my fingers. And let's go down to, let's say, a 2. Yeah. Let's do a 2 and across the grain. Two days of growth, approximately. And actually, it doesn't tend to easily clog up because the whole blade gap is wide open. There's no obstructions, there are no bars in there. It's just a wide open channel that the lather can dissipate in or disappear in. So it's actually really good. When I first started out and started making videos, this was kind of intimidating a little bit. Because people on the internet would shave with this thing or the Futur and just go way too aggressive. I mean, they take it and like, yeah, let's start at a 6, let's see how that goes. And then, and then they are bleeding in front of camera. And so then automatically you get a little hesitant because you don't want to end up like that. And so I don't think I gave it really good notes or a good grade when we first tried it. But I gotta say, this is pretty lovely actually. It sounds a little hollow. There is not much blade support. It's not clamped down. It's just laying on there and then some spring tension holds the top on. But, it's a feather blade. It's gonna cut. And it's a one-time used feather blade. So someone did some sharpness testing and they found out that a feather blade after one use actually gets better. It's kind of like you are stropping the blade in your face and that kind of stands up the little, the little sharp edge. Yeah, why is my brush handle so soapy? Not good. All right, one quick. Did I say we wanted to do a 2-pass? Sorry, guys. I always do that, huh? I say, oh, let's do a quick 2-pass, and then it always turns into a 6.5 pass. But hey, I'm leaving the house soon, so I better be clean shaven, right? So we're at setting 2. Let's go down to like a 1, a solid 1, and do against the grain. Oh, at 1, it's barely doing anything. To change my mind, let's go back to 2.5. Oh yeah, that's a little bit more. Let's see if there's any difference between one side and the other. No. Suddenly the blade feel is very little. I don't know why that is. I didn't change anything. Let's go to number 3. Oh, better. Yeah. Let's not forget that I have a very sharp blade in here. So it's kind of funny. I had a lot of blade feel on my first pass here. That's why I thought I need to dial it down. But now I'm at a 3 and I'm kind of like, it's barely doing anything. Suddenly I can't find the right angle. What is going on? Heiko, let's go against the grain. It feels so mild. That is strange. I've never had a razor go from, kind of aggressive feeling, bladey feeling to mild feeling to the point where I can barely make out, is it the head coming loose? No, nothing has moved. The spring tension is just enough to give the blade a little bit of a curvature, as I can see in here. So it's not flat, it's curved, as it should. Give it some tension, right? Really strange. But what's the result? It's fine. It's fine. It's not the closest shave I've ever had, but up here it's definitely, I missed a couple. It's kind of hard to find the right angle with this head. And if you have any kind of soap on your fingers, as I have right now, the handle is like super slick. There is nothing really that's holding on. If you have that problem a lot, you can grab your alum block and just put your wet fingers on there. And that makes your fingers pretty much like non-slip. So now it's perfectly acceptable. But you first have to rub your fingers on alum. They should have put some knurling on here. But for an $8 razor, I'm really actually surprised. It started out really good, and then suddenly, I guess I talked myself into having some issues, but there wasn't really an issue. Now I have an acceptable shave. Not super BBS, but let's keep it at that. The little bleeder I have up here is not the clone's fault here. It's not the potato peeler's fault. I cut myself a couple days ago in the morning. I didn't pay attention. So it's good. Somewhere between $6 and $8 or $9 on AliExpress. I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. Palm olive, always a go-to, very inexpensive. You can buy it almost anywhere. Amazon, I'll put a link down below. And my little KIKC brush. They stopped making the synthetic one. Now they only have a badger. But let me rinse off real quick. So, we're pretty clean. No injuries, no irritations. And we don't need any alum in our face. We just used it on our fingers. And now we're going to use some aftershave. Let's use, where is it? Where is it? Here we go. I've not touched it yet. I think I got this from Boosted Bliss. Mark 5 GTI is his screen name. Harry's Post-Shave Balm. Harry's is one of those companies, one of those shave clubs that sends you cheap system razors or cartridge razors. Smells a little bit chemical, but skin doesn't complain. Let's take a quick look at the ingredient list. So Harry's Post-Shave Balm leaves skin feeling balanced and soothed. The ingredient list is like 3 pages long. Oh my goodness. Water. Let's start from the butylene glycol, tetradiethylbutylene hydroxyhydrocinamate. My goodness. Benzoic acid, fragrance, sodium hydroxide, sorbic acid, benzyl alcohol, chlorphenzene. Oh my goodness, yeah. Methyl. Yeah, the list of just outright chemical ingredients. My goodness. This is crazy. This is crazy stuff. There are about 20 items or 20 things in here that have no reason to be in there. Now I already regretted that I actually put it in my face. Made in the US. Great. I'll put a link to the ingredient list if I can find one down below. Just check this out. This is just outright craziness. So, that was probably the first and the last time that I used this. And I don't know why I didn't look at the list before I smeared that into my face. If you don't see any more videos from me, it might kill me. So that's pretty bad. Probably most of those ingredients are acceptable in the cosmetic industry. But it's just no reason that all this, it's like the periodic table smeared in my face right now here. Yeah, not happy. Not happy. Check out the ingredient list and you tell me. I mean, I know some of you guys are much more experts on chemicals. I bet we have some chemists or maybe even someone who works in the cosmetic industry can explain what all those crazy things are. If I would have another phone here with me right now, I would scan the barcode and see what the Yuka app tells me all about it. But before I check this out, I will definitely not use it again. Alrighty guys, that was the quick shave with a potato peeler clone. I wish I could try out a Merkur Futur one of these days, the original that came out with this design. But I don't. So let's be happy with what we have and be content and enjoy. And I have smooth face now. By the way, I need a haircut. Alrighty guys, that's it for today. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.